Yeah, hey. Greetings, dear ones. Settle yourselves. The medium is still getting out of the way. Too busy. And so fill yourselves with Creator's light. Allow yourselves to bathe in whatever color of the rainbow you desire. Whatever floats your boat, as you say. The colors may surprise you. Could be a kaleidoscope, swirl. Medium seeing like a golden, sparkly glitter, tinfoil type of combination for her. So allow yourself to bathe in this light and fill from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet, your toes. Allow it to fill in every part of your being. Feel your heart expanding. And your field beyond your physical form, filling with light as well. Until you are that beacon of light that tune into how your physical form feels as you do this. Sometimes the physical form has to move a little bit to release some blocked energy. So if you, without opening your eyes, if you feel the need now to move the limbs, the ankles, the toes, the knees, to stretch a little in the space, do so and then resettle. You may wonder why we began with this relaxation technique. For that is what it is, but it also connected you to Creator and filled you with a light frequency perfect for your being. For each of you, vibrate at a different frequency. Just like everything in the room, everything, every plant, every animal, you all vibrate at different frequencies. And so each being in your world, because it carries a different frequency, it requires a different frequency, like a tuning fork. Think of each of you as a different type, a different tone on a tuning fork, or a different frequency of tuning fork. And so if the frequency you require is different than another's, just like two different tuning forks, you would not resonate with a frequency that is not in alignment with your true being. And so that is why we allowed you to just receive whatever combination of colors and frequencies was uniquely for your highest good. You can do this at any point in a very simple meditation during your days when we are not together. You do not have to sit for long, but this is a very simple technique to realign and connect to your true being. You may intend to ask for the highest frequency that you can hold within your form, your being, your body, all of the above. Just allow. Instead of asking for a specific frequency, just ask for whatever is in your highest good. For that way, you do not limit yourself, and you also get exactly whatever it is that you are in need of at the time. For your frequency is also changing constantly, fluctuating, based on the emotional scale that you are vibrating at the time. That is why at sometimes you feel better than others, emotionally, mentally. That is why we say, be aware of how you are feeling, because your feelings affect your frequency. And just like that dimmer switch, the better you feel, the brighter your light. The more uncomfortable you feel, the less light you are carrying. Not that you are not carrying light always. It just means that it's like muddy water instead of crystalline water. Understand? Very simple analogy. Just a frequency in clarity or not as clear. That's all. There is no right or wrong, good or bad. It just is what it is, because you are constantly changing in vibration. All beings, even at the higher realms, are constantly changing in their frequency, depending on what they're focusing on, what they're creating, what they're observing. If they are vibrationally, energetically reacting or responding to what they are observing. If they are neutral, then nothing is different. But usually, especially in your world, it's very difficult to be neutral 100% and just be the observer. For you are participating in your world. And that is why you came to have this experience. So we just wanted to remind you that you are light and that you are in control of the dimmer switch. That is you. Your brightness or the lack of light. Notice we did not say that you ever had no light. You always are light. It's just, yes, this is another good analogy. When your children play hide and seek type of thing, and they hide with a flashlight under a blanket, well, the blanket obscures the light, but the light is still there. Your light is always there, dear ones. It just depends on whether or not you have obscured it a bit by the exterior vibration that you have began to focus your attention on. That is all. And you can just as easily flick a switch, pull off the covers, and poof, there's the light once more. Easy. You have many tools. We have spoken many times, many other teachers, of simple techniques. Smile, laugh, dance, sing. Simple and very quick ways to change your frequency and boost your light quotient, as you might think of it. So, just a little bit of review. For some of you, may have needed a reminder. It always helps. For much of the energies on your world are in flux, as you know. And so as you work to hold your light, it may seem to be a challenge. But, as always, you are always up for a challenge. Think of it as a game. You go into a game with excitement and, I wonder what's going to happen. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to explore. It's going to be an adventure. I'm going to learn something. I'm going to experience something. I'm going to meet new people, all sorts of things. You never know. And if you can approach each day with this sort of mental attitude, you will find your life goes much more smoothly and you have more fun. And that is why you are here. To create, to be participants in your own lives that you are creating, and to decide one moment to the next how much light you wish to feel and experience and share with your world. That's it in a nutshell, as you call it. Mm-hmm. Of course, there are many nuances because of your emotional skill. But you all have much experience being in these physical forms. It is not your first rodeo, as you say, in a body. And so, also, you have many past life memories that can help you as well. And you may, in a calm, meditative, connected state, call on an aspect of yourself that perhaps has already... One moment, let's see how we can explain this to you. Because there are many, we don't want to say variants of you, but aspects of you that could be in multiple dimensions. We'll just say there could be different versions of you having different experiences in different timelines, and they could have already experienced something that you're about to experience now, and they've already come through it with flying colors. They've learned the lesson, and they are wiser. So, always, because you have your, as you say, higher self aspect version of you and you are consciousness, understand and know that you can ask to connect to the higher aspect of yourself for clarity and wisdom around whatever it is that is going on in your life, and ask for that higher version of you to impart some wisdom if you are struggling or if you need some clarity. Because you, no matter who or where you and the aspects of you are, different aspects is about the best word we can come up with on your plane. Just understand that you always have access to knowledge and wisdom. Always. You simply have to ask and be open to receiving it from the higher realms. And to do that, be calmer, like we did in the beginning. Connect, fill yourselves with light. Maybe set the intention before you do so for expanded awareness, clarity, insight around a situation. And you may not get it right away because, as you know, everything in divine timing. And if you are trying to force information from your higher self, that's not exactly allowing, now is it? So, the more you can be calm and receptive state about your day, you will be able to allow such information. Perhaps it will come in while you're sleeping. You can also ask for information. You can also ask to go to different types of classes. We haven't discussed this, but this is fun too. Some of you go on outings while you're sleeping. Your spirit does not need to rest, your physical body does. And so you can ask to learn some sort of topic or ask for guidance from a higher version of you, or even an ascended being of sorts, or an angel, or whoever you wish to work with. For you all have guides that are always helping you, but there are all types of guides, and they are in different densities and different vibrational evolution. Yes, that's the word. And so just realize that you can get insights while you're sleeping. And on some level, your subconscious mind will get the information, and while you're waking, walking about your day, not thinking about whatever it is, poof, aha, you have a light bulb situation. And there's your answer. There's your clarity. It just drops right in when you are receptive to it. Always when you are receptive, Never when you're trying to make something happen. It doesn't work that way in this world, and you all know this by now from many, many experiences. It happens when you are the most receptive and have zero resistance to allowing it to come to you. Whether it is a thought, an object, it doesn't matter. It's all energy. Information is energy. Everything that you're sitting on, that you see in your world, it's all made up of energy. It all has to come from somewhere. It's all coming from consciousness, creative consciousness. Dear ones, you are the creators. You are creating your world by your reality, by your thoughts. And so, when you realize this, you're in control of the game, your game. You are not playing anyone else's game, for they have a different set of rules. They are playing a different game. You might be on the same board, just like you all play your board games. You might be on the same board, but you're different pieces, aren't you? And so you're going about the game, having different experiences, but you all are on the same level. They are the same density, the same earth plane. Each of you, it is the same thing as on your games, your board games. Dear ones, why do you play games? Do you play them for drudgery? No, you would never do that, would you? You play games to have fun, to challenge yourselves, to see what you can learn, to laugh, to share time with others. It's no different than the game of life in this body. The difference is with a board game, the rules are written down for you by someone else. So you are playing by someone else's rules. The game of life for all of you, you each have your own set of rules. Most of the time, you don't know what rules you've set for yourself. So figure it out. What rules do you want for your game? That you laugh every day? At least 5 times a day? That you go for a walk? That it can be anything. And dear ones, make the rules so that you feel good and that you win every day, and you win multiple times a day. When we say, okay, I'm going to drink, as an example, maybe some people do not like to drink enough water, for their bodies need good water. Well, you could make a rule for yourself that I'm going to drink 3 glasses a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 not too late at night. And every time you drink a glass of water, what happens when you were children? You get a gold star? Well, pat yourself on the back and celebrate. Woohoo! I'm a winner. It can be that simple. It sounds silly, but dear ones, it's your game. It's your life. Figure out how to make simple rules that make you feel successful with little things. And then, as you learn to be successful in little things, it's like 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, you're growing in experience, and then you can add a bigger challenge. Not go from 1st grade to high school. So allow yourself time to figure out how to create more successes in each of your days. And we are saying this because the more successes you have, acknowledge them. You must acknowledge when you have achieved something, you acknowledge yourself, don't you? You celebrate. And each other, you say congratulations to each other. You recognize someone's achievement. And you feel good for them. and they feel good for themselves. And it feels good when someone else feels good for you, doesn't it? These are all good vibrations that you are sending to each other when this happens. But you're not always around others who can pat you on the back, so you have to do it for yourself. Pat yourself on the back for doing even the smallest things that mean movement toward whatever your desires are. If it's getting a new job, you sent out your resume to 3 people. Say, I'm going to send it out to 3 people today, or I'm going to send it out to 1 person a day. Well, if you send it out to 3 people in one day, you better be celebrating like crazy because you did triple what you intended to do. So yeah, congratulate yourself. This is how easy it can be, dear ones. And you will feel good about whatever it is you are doing to help yourself feel good by making up whatever rule you can so that you're always a winner. Because as you grow in confidence with these small wins, you will make them bigger, and then bigger, and then bigger. This is how the people in your world that have the most happiness, and it can be anything. Each of you has your own version of what would make you happy, truly happy. Some people, they can't feel happy unless they've achieved being able to have a private jet or a mansion or something of this, like such something tangible of immense wealth. Then they feel happy. But, dear ones, maybe the process of achieving that, they felt happy the entire time along the way to their goal, and that was their game. They were happy the entire time, and then once they get it, it was like Christmas Day. If it's like a possession, then what happens? Now you got to find a new goal to light your fire, to fuel a passion within you, a desire for creation. You always have to be moving toward something, creating something. You are creators. And in this game of life, you get to create whatever you want by your focus, by your intentions, by how you're feeling. And the universe will bring you anything that matches your frequency. And so understand that if your predominant frequency is laughter and fun, you're going to have all sorts of experiences that come into your life that match that frequency and will give you more laughter and more fun. But the opposite is also true. If you're depressed and sad or angry or frustrated, and that's what you're primarily focused on, you will get more of that. It is whatever it is, and you are the ones who get to choose where your focus and your vibration goes. So start small in this game of life with small little successes, because many of you have neural pathways that have wired you for certain ways of thinking, ways of being, and we have been working with all of you, and some of you for years now, to rewire you with your own help. Because this is your body, your brain, your choice. We are here to support, to give clarity, to reinforce, to assist, to clarify, and to give many examples that help sink the teachings in so that you can remember what it is that you have learned and be able to apply it more easily. Does that sound good? Right? So remember, game of life. one stepping stone at a time, one little success at a time, patting yourself on the back for each win that you get throughout your day. And start small. Celebrate something every day for yourself. Some of you have had difficulty finding things to smile about, to laugh about. Haven't you had enough of those lower vibrations in the previous part of your lives? You know that doesn't get you anywhere that you want to go. So, smile and laugh and giggle and do whatever it takes to move your vibration toward a better feeling. And then as you move into a better feeling vibration, the light flows easier, your light shines brighter, and everything that you create or you intend to create gets a little easier, gets to be more fun. But dear ones, you get to choose what makes you excited. Don't waste your energy trying to force yourself to make something excited that doesn't excite you. Figure out what it is that puts a smile on your face when you think about it and go in that direction. Your energies will be served as creators because you will be in alignment with whatever it is as long as you're feeling good. That's about as simple as it gets. The better you feel, the easier it is to create. And the more fun, of course. But you are creating no matter what you're feeling. That's the kicker. You're always creating. You have been since the day you were born. But now you are consciously creating and becoming more aware, and it can be a lot more fun. So enjoy the process, enjoy the game as you learn about yourself, and learn whatever it is that you wish to create by your rules for your game. Okay? Good. Well, we have said enough this night. This concludes the instruction portion, and we shall proceed with the healing. Our blessings to you. Greetings, dear ones. It's good to be back with all of you. That was our way of anchoring in some frequencies. We'll just say it that way. Bathe in Creator's light once more, dear ones. Fill your heart space. Fill your body and fill it with light. Swirling all the way through your being, in through the top of your head, your crown, from Creator. Imagine, this medium is having an interesting image of the energies. Kind of fun. Yes. Okay. Some of you may know what this is, but she is envisioning, she was feeling and trying to figure out what the shape was, but it is the toroid. From your heart space, you have a field, a heart field. And even though it looks like when you were children, you would get in the middle of an inner tube and float downstream, well, it sort of looks like that, but much bigger. And your heart space is in the center, in the hole. And the energy is swirling around in this tube in both directions, creating a toroid. You have this field around your heart space all the time. Feel it now. For this is the field where you truly sense things from, not the mind. This heart space, as you sometimes call it, goes well beyond your physical form. Allow yourself to expand and sense it filling your room. Or sometimes you know when you have your back to a room, a space in the room, you know without even a noise someone walks in the room, don't you? That is the sensation. That is your awareness from your heart space. Not your mind. Your heart knew before it relayed the message to your mind. And so we're going to work with this heart space this night. So feel the expansion. You may feel a little pressure. We are amping it up a bit with all of you. This medium's feeling a little bit of pressure. Relax your bodies. And just intend that this beautiful toroidal field around your heart continue to expand and fill and flow with love. It's growing bigger and bigger until, if you were standing in the middle of your room, the toroid is bigger, goes above your head and below your feet, and it just is expanding and expanding, and you're just in the middle hole, right in that center, like a donut. A very large, energetic, swirling donut of energy. If you can't perceive it, just feel it. Feel the flow. Feel the expansion. We are anchoring much energy into your heart spaces this night to assist you on your journeys. For it's much easier to create when you hold love. And anchor it into your space and your being. Allow this field to continue to expand just as you always did before, when you would become radiant balls of light. Except this time, dear ones, the light is the toroid, and you're this little being of light in the center, holding it, anchoring it around your being, within your being, as a being of consciousness by intention. And now imagine that your field continues to expand beyond the room you're in, the home, and keep going. As a toroid, a force field of light, expanding and expanding until you go beyond your city, and your state, and you keep going until you become one, and all of the toroids of all those who are joining with you merge as a massive field of light. And your physical forms, in a way, are anchoring within the earth plane. This beautiful toroid around your world. For Gaia also has her own heart space and her own field. Think of it as your poles. The energy flows in and out of the poles. But that's a different topic. Allow this beautiful field of love to surround your world as all your heart spaces and all the other beings who are assisting connect as one. Bathing your world in love. This love vibration flowing in all directions throughout your world, connecting in to Gaia's toroid. So your entire world and all life upon her are swirling in love, wrapped in this vibration of love. All humans, all animals, plants, the land, the water, all beings of consciousness and all densities that are upon your world are bathed in love now. And they are, with their free will choice, to receive as much as they are willing to connect and download within their being. For there are many who are crying out for this frequency from the depths of their being, calling the higher realms for help, and they are receiving it now, with your help of holding the space, holding the love within your being. Allow the energy to flow, for you are also receiving it within your denser form. Allow it to go through your feet and down into Earth Mother, into the ley lines. Flowing love through the ley line consciousness grid. That flow of energy. Bathing it in love. For all to tap into. For they're already tapped in, whether they're aware of it or not. The grid around your world is flooded with love, helping to anchor in these frequencies. The angelic beings are also assisting Archangel Raphael and his team, and the seraphim. Beings of higher realms assisting your beautiful world and all life upon her. This is how deserving and worthy and blessed you are. All life. Just allow this energy to continue to flow and anchor in and through your being. This love vibration. Anchored by your heart space in your being. In the higher and lower realms of densities. And so it is. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Allow this energy to fill you once more, dear ones, as you slowly and gently make your way back into your denser form while carrying this frequency of love in the expanded heart space. Your world is lit up with little spots of love all around. Like little light bugs, lightning bugs. Imagine yourselves still surrounding your world on the outer grid. Flowing this love vibration through your being. And just wrapping your beautiful Gaia in a beautiful blanket of love. And as she receives and fills with this love vibration, she begins to emanate and pulse and radiate this love vibration from her heart and through her toroid out into the universe and beyond, affecting all life everywhere, across all dimensions of space and time. Gently make your way back now into your space. You may want to take a breath and get within your being. Dear ones, you are blessed, you are whole, and you are complete as you are. You are not lacking in any way. You are whole. You are sparks of Creator, and you are creators. Enjoy your creations and allow your light to shine. Our blessings to you. Gently and slowly begin to move your toes or fingers when you are ready. And make your way back into the space And we will speak again soon. Have a good night.